What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, the host with the most. It's your boy, Way Too Cool. You're here with the Way, going for the Gusto podcast. I got my boy Bartholomew over here on my right hand side. Right in the corner, we got my boy Boom Bam Boonaski. We're here to talk to you about another day of football. Hey, tell me how you guys feeling today, man.
Hey, man, I'm feeling great. Yeah, I'm ready to do this. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Y'all ready for this?
Man, I'm ready, dog.
Ready. Man, listen, what I'm gonna talk to y'all about today, man, we got a whole lot of quarterbacks that we gotta talk about today. That's been going on inside the league. That's been going crazy, dude. The first thing we're gonna talk about is our quarterbacks with Joshua Dobbs coming into the season looking like he having a breakout time of his life, man. What y'all think about Joshua Dobbs? Do you think this guy's actually gonna be the next pushing forward person on this team, or do you think he's gonna do? Or you think he's got somewhere else to move afterwards once people get healthy? What you think Joshua Dobbs is gonna do right now?
Oh, so you want me to break it down first?
Break it down
let me break it down.
Yeah.
Hey, so I don't know if a lot of y'all seen a lot of movies, but you ever seen somebody break out their shell? That boy broke out his shell. You hear me? Broke out of his shell. But it took for, you know how them boys say, them jokers prayed on my downfall. Them boys tried to. He was like, nah, bro. Like, it ain't happening like that. I'm about to break out my shell. I'm about to show y'all what I'm really capable of. And the world gonna be, look, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think, I was shocked, but I don't think I was surprised. Because I just didn't expect it to happen with the traded team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, like, that's not where I expected it to happen. So it's just like, yeah, bro. And the system is for him. Like, that's the system you should have been put Joshua Dobbs in. Like, seriously.
I think Joshua Dobbs is like where most quarterbacks are at. Like, I think it's a little bit of like shock value to it because his numbers are pretty okay. They're not amazing, but the shock value comes from him being a backup for so long and him not getting no PT, and then he gets traded, and like now everybody's like, oh snap, he doing this with the Vikings, but like I feel like you could put a lot of quarterbacks on the Vikings because the Vikings got a good team. Like I think what happened to him is he was stuck on Arizona. They weren't a good team. They traded away everybody. DeAndre Hopkins was your best player. You got rid of him, and so it was nothing left on the team. But shout out to Joshua Dobbs for 2 weeks ago, the man hopped off the plane and went straight to the game and was, I'm in here and won that game. So you got to give him credit. Going forward, probably not, because the way the NFL set up now, it's like if you don't got one of these top 10 guys, it's almost like your team is always looking for a quarterback. So if we can't call you one of these top 10 guys, they're always low key waiting on like the next best thing. But shout out to Joshua Dobbs for he has played really well so far, and it just goes to show like how much coaching and the players you got around you actually affect how well you play.
That's real.
Emphasis on the coaching too. Like for Joshua Dobbs to go into what he's doing now, accustomed to what he was doing then, it's astronomical, really. So like I'm really glad to see him doing really good inside of that Vikings offensive system. And I want to see, I mean, obviously we're gonna, our prayers are out there to Kirk Cousins. That injury was very tough for the team. Justin Jefferson definitely got injured. That was a lot for Joshua Dobbs to step up and doing what he's doing right now for that team in the absence of their key component players. That is great quarterback.
That's big,
man. That's great.
And you could tell that he's revitalized that team, right? Like
we got energy back.
I'm pretty sure Danielle Hunter leads the league in sacks now. So it's like you can tell that team has got revitalized. They're like a whole new team from that spark.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to see. We'll wait until the end of the season, and we'll come back and we'll reevaluate Josh Dobbs and just see where he is, where he picked up at, and where he lands at the end of the season. Because if he carries this out the same way with our boy for San Fran, then we'll Brock Purdy will have our answers in a certain sense, wouldn't we? So I mean, obviously, Kirk Cousins is 9 times out of 10 going to get his spot back. That's Kirk Cousins. So I would like to see what they do with Josh Dobbs going forward from that, because if he takes this team and they make the playoffs,
he might actually be Josh Dobbs might actually. I don't know if Kirk Cousins is gonna really get his spot back.
you don't think so?
I mean, I think this is the last year of his deal, and I think if the Vikings do good in the playoffs, you kind of got to stick with him, right? Like if they,
you do,
you know, like if he wins a playoff game or even two, you can't really, you know,
you can't sit him. So man, it's gonna look like some kind of fire out there, man. But the Vikings are still inside of the hunt to definitely fight towards getting themselves a playoff spot. So it's gonna be real interesting seeing how the weeks go on forward from that. Moving forward from that, talk about our next quarterback here. So let's give a breath of fresh air here for Mr. Sam Howell, man. Let's go up into him next. Let's go ahead. I knew you were ready. You waited your whole life for this one here. Tell me what you feel about Sam Howell. Does Sam Howell look like he's going to be the future for the Redskins as a top quarterback for them, the starting quarterback, or what do you think about Sam Howell?
So I think Sam Howell, obviously y'all know, for y'all that been with us, for a while, y'all know I'm the Washington fan on the pod. I don't like to overreact to anything, but for the first time as a fan, I'll put it like this: as a fan of the team, my boy had technical difficulties, but he's back now, so that's good. As a fan of the team, for the first time, I feel I can say, okay, we got Sam Howell, and I'm confident in our chances of winning the game. For the past 8 years, I would say, actually, since Kirk Cousins left, with the exception of the year we had, since Kirk Cousins left, as a Washington fan, you go into a game saying if the other team scores over 21 points, we're probably going to lose, or you go into a game saying, all right, we're down in the fourth quarter, we lost. But if you realize in 3 out of our last 6 games, he has led us to touchdowns to tie the game in the fourth quarter. And that's just a good feeling. So that's what I'll say about it right now. Obviously, it's things he still has to improve on. Cutting down on the sacks, I think a big part of that is the offensive line, play calling. But as far as just him throwing the ball, he is leading the league in passing yards. I think that's something to be said for him being such a young player. That's what I would go at.
I think Sam Howell has a lot of good attributes going on for him right now. With him being such a young quarterback that's finally starting to be able to get his shine and be able to show what he can do from the beginning of the season, not just from the last game of the season. He's been doing pretty well. I mean, 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's pretty solid. Obviously, like we said, he's still young. He's working on getting those interceptions down, working on trying to get that ball on the numbers rather than get it behind his receiver. So it's a little bit more that he's trying to push for, but he's doing really well with 2,700 yards right now. QBR is looking astronomical right now. It's looking real good for this man. Like, it's like 91.5, I think. Like the man is up there right now in QBR. So he's doing really good on he's just doing good overall as a quarterback that's trying to lead his team to where they can potentially be accustomed to where they are right now. And Washington is not the furthest behind right now. Like, a lot of people got to understand that Washington is not too far behind from the playoff conversation or talks right now. Although from the plays of the record, you gotta pay attention to the way how the game is being played and how these players are playing. And Sam Howell looks pretty good to me right now. 2,700 yards right now passing.
Number one
entering into week 11.
Hey, don't forget that when you anytime you finish,
number one in the league.
Hey, no, I let him say that. I just said he had 2,700 passing yards.
Hey man, so let me say this. Shout out to Sam Howell, right? I used to watch Sam Howell eat dirt. You hear me? I did. I ain't gonna even hold you. I used to watch my boys eat dirt. I used to watch them defensive linemen get back. They boom. Because Sam Howell used to have a problem of holding on to the ball. a little too long. He did.
Yeah.
He used to have that problem. Now they have found out ways to get the ball out of his hand a lot quicker. And also with that adjustment, he makes the right read every time. Like, bro, you don't get 2,700 without making the right read every time. Like, I think he always wanted to make the right read. I just think the options of his checkdowns just wasn't available as much. But now they are, and it's getting him exactly like, I'm glad they structured and understood that they actually had a quarterback. They just needed to get the ball out of his hands a little faster. And he's been doing that. He's been making great reads. And even if he doesn't have one, it's like we open the ability to understand that Sam Howell knows how to get those extra yards on his feet. Like, people be sleeping, but that boy can move his feet. I was like, yeah, Sam Howell rushed for 40 yards. Yeah, he did. And those were important yards of the game. Like, he didn't force anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's taking the game inch by inch. And you don't see that. Like, you'll see a lot of quarterbacks take a lot of chances, but you'll see Sam Howell say, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to do what I got to do. And that's why Washington stays in the game. Because don't get me wrong, sometimes you do have to take those chances, but because Sam Howell takes little to none chances, they're always going to be in the game. They're always going to come. Because other quarterbacks, they're going to end up throwing themselves out of the game because they're trying to get these big plays. And guess what? Washington just inching right back into the game, inching right back to the game because they're making smart plays and smart decisions thanks to Sam Howell. And that's why he's leading 27, number one in the league.
The last thing I will say about him though is I think he has the moxie of a starting quarterback. Like, it's like when you know a starting quarterback when you see it. Like for everybody in the comments that don't play football, like you can walk in a locker room full of 50 people and say, "Oh, that's the quarterback," because you can they walk around like, "I got this." Like we gonna be all right because I'm
They hold their shoulder pads like this.
but no, like that's something. And bro, I'm to say that because I was kind of skeptical, and I know you was too. But even Anthony Richardson, before he got hurt, he walks around like we gonna be good. The coach gonna be all right because I'm playing. And when you find that, that's a hard thing to find because Sam Howell threw 4 picks against the Bills. Now, because that was a terrible game, right? Because now if you take that game out, he'll be 17 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. But this one horrible game, everything that could go wrong went wrong. But to see him come back next week and bounce back against the Falcons, 3 touchdowns, no pick, like he didn't miss a beat because he has that confidence inside of himself, and I think that's what gives me confidence that he can be the guy for us for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, most
I
definitely.
look forward to seeing some better work and some the great performance like I've seen that he's done. What I do need for him, my final statements on it, is that man got binoculars sitting inside of his eye lobes, and I like it. But he gonna have to dial them things in sometimes and know when to dial them things out. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to make sure that you're hitting the receivers in the front end rather than the back end a little bit. So it's those only come between a time of timing on routes. Like you got to know that once they break off of their route, that ball need to already be on the air. That ball need to be there to hit them. If they already break on the route, you're trying to hit them in the pass, and you realize when the ball start getting tipped or the ball started hitting behind, and that's because you're not hitting them on the breaks, and that comes with experience. So that's something that I see that's going to actually come with him. I'm looking forward to see later on in the season how much he gets that more in tune because I seen potential that he has that. So I'm definitely looking forward to him seeing that.
I would say ball placement, but you can tell it's getting there. And the reason I say that because like we said earlier, he's getting the ball out of his hands a lot faster now. So adjusting to that also affects timing. And a lot of people don't understand that, especially because playing receiver, I understand I got small windows of things happening. And if a quarterback's not used to hitting me in those windows, he also have to get his timing, together too. Because there's that one window, that 2 window. Especially if I'm running a slant. I got that 1 window and I got that 2 window. And that 2 window, you might not get it. You might not get it there. But if you're used to holding the ball in a long time, you're used to throwing through that 2 window. But now you got to hit me on that 1 window because I'm getting that ball out your hand a lot faster, and now you have to adjust. So it's a little it's complicated. Like a quarterback's job is, oh my Jesus.
It's the
Yeah,
hardest.
man. Like, dude, that's why just pass me the ball. Don't ask me to throw it. Like,
Hey, you can
just
hand it
pass me
off.
the ball. Just let stick it for me. All I gotta do is worry about that dude in front of me. I don't gotta worry about all of them. Like,
Hey, you feel me? Hey, you see that? You can hand it off to me.
man,
Don't even go to me.
good, bro. I don't know what he doing over there, but like, dude, I'm good over here. Like, I don't care what he doing. He messing up. I saw him. It's really crazy. So the next QB that we will talk about right now, man, Josh Allen, man. So Josh Allen is Josh Allen currently the problem right now on the offensive side of the house right now.
I'm gonna say my piece, and I'm gonna let peace be still. Right? Listen,
Okay,
listen. So
tell me.
Josh Allen, and I'm just praying. This is theory. So anybody in the comments, if you got anything to say, understand this is theory. Josh Allen already came into the league this year with a lot of hype, like with a lot of attention on him. The GOAT, the next greatest, the best player in the league right now. Before this season had even started, that was already stamped on him from social media, ESPN. Everybody was just saying how he's going to dominate this league. Now you put pressure. Josh Allen was playing great without pressure, without
Right.
having to hold that classification for the league. But now they want him to hold it. It's just like, dang, I got to go out here and prove it. And I don't think he knows. I don't think he's understanding how to relax himself and just go play his game. Like, cause we saw where like we saw him go down, and then we saw a great. He came back. He had a great game. I can't remember who that was against, but then he came back and had a great game. And it's like, okay, that's the Josh Allen we know. You see what I'm saying? And then boom, everybody said, yeah, that's the Josh Allen we know. That's this. And then the next game after that is just like, oh, went right back downhill. So we know what Josh Allen can do. I just think like he's in his own head right now. Like, remain you, Josh Allen. Just remain you, bro.
All right, so I think so. See, I think everybody should calm down about Josh Allen because Josh Allen came into the league throwing a high amount of interceptions because that's the kind of quarterback he is. He's a gunslinger, right?
Yep.
And then, like like a Brett Favre, because nobody panicked when Brett Favre threw a lot of picks. But people forget that some seasons they did panic because the team didn't look as good. If the Buffalo Bills don't lose half of their starting defense and they're 7-3 rather than 5-5, I don't think nobody cares. I think because so think about this, y'all. Josh Allen has the most interceptions in the league, right?
Right.
But who has the most touchdowns in the league? Also Josh Allen. Who has the highest completion percentage in the league? Also Josh Allen. You see what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes when people don't understand how to take the good with the bad, he's a gunslinger. He's going to throw interceptions, right?
Right.
But when they made the AFC playoff game, the AFC championship game, it wasn't a problem. See, this is a perfect example. Me and bro had this conversation. The year the Rams won the Super Bowl, Matt Stafford led the league in picks. But
That's
because
true.
he threw over 40 touchdowns, the picks didn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Because the picks to me is a touchdown to pick ratio. I don't just look at picks. I look at if you have enough touchdowns to even out those picks, it's not that big of a deal, right? So you can have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers throws. He won the MVP. He had threw 29 touchdowns and 4 picks for the whole season, right?
Yeah.
But then you got Joe Burrow, who threw 16 picks that same season, but he threw 40 touchdowns, so people forgot that he threw 16 picks. So I think that's the main thing with Josh Allen. Now the fumbles is a whole different thing. Fumbling is different than throwing a pick.
I'm so ready. I was upset that you brought it up just now. I was so ready to hit you on that because I'm like,
yeah, no, because like fumbling, that's a different story. But I think overall for Josh Allen, I think the Bills, because they had that one shootout with Kansas City, they're now going into every game trying to do that when they don't need to. They need to get their defense back on track. They need to get back to running the football, right? And then Trayvon Diggs need to stop tweeting, and they'll be fine. Trayvon Diggs got the whole thing messed up.
See, that's why I think I think like that's where it's at between like also like the coaching staff. It's like stop trying to make Josh Allen throw all these passes because bro, I'm telling you right now. Look, run the ball enough so you can get the decency out of Josh Allen. Y'all trying to dog and score 40 points every game. For what? Like, for what? Like, you right. Ever since they had that shootout with Kansas City, they've been trying to make the Buffalo Bills put up. The Buffalo Bills known for putting up 30 plus points. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. And that's a lot of pressure on a quarterback. So, and then I'm just like, bro, Josh, and then I don't know if the Bills are trying to prove it to the world that Josh Allen just is good, but guess what? It takes other things to open up for a quarterback to look good. Like, if we establish the run game, okay, the passing game gonna open up like that's one on one. If we establish the run game, the passing game open up. Let's stick to that. The only
and I say this too. The game when they beat Miami, right?
Mhm.
They lined up in 12 personnel. So for y'all that don't know, 12 personnel means you got the tight ends, you got the 2 tight ends in the game, right? So
Right.
now because you got the 2 tight ends in the game, the defense you can throw or run because you got Dawson Knox, you got Dalton Kincaid, right?
Kincaid.
So now you can run a play action and those tight ends because see that's what Kansas City does well. Even though Kansas City throws the ball a lot, Kansas City is smart with using their tight ends, right? Because the tight end can be a pass catcher at any point in time, and when you do that, you kind of make the defense got to play the run and the pass rather than saying we're gonna line up 4 wide. Josh Allen gonna get in the shotgun, and now he's overcompensating because there is no threat of the run game. There is no, you know what I'm saying? There is no threat of the tight end seam. Now all the routes is either is sticks route. Like all the routes is to the sticks, right? You either running 10-yard outs, posts, comebacks, but you're not running nothing like, oh, like my tight end sit in the middle of the field. Oh, my running back, you running like the V route that we used to run where you feel like you going outside. Now you coming in right under the linebacker. That way, when Stephon Diggs get the double team, that running back past that linebacker, the safety got the help on Stephon Diggs. He don't got no choice.
Hey, I'm glad you that coach because listen, I'm gonna tell you what Josh Allen need, right? Because I'm glad you that coach, and that's bro. When they won that game, that's exactly what, bro. Tight, and we're gonna make you choose, right? Let me tell you something about the Bengals did the exact same thing, but to make somebody choose, they spread everybody out, got in the shotgun, and they ran the ball out of the shotgun. It's like you either going to commit to the run or you going to commit to the spread. You got to commit to one because if I let Mixon run the ball, he's going to do damage in the shotgun, out of the shotgun with everything spread. So do Buffalo not have the running back to open up like the game? Because I'm pretty sure they do.
They got James Cook.
Wait, hold on. Hey, listen now.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Hold on. James Cook just started doing. They shout out to James Cook. James Cook is having a phenomenal season so far with the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills have been needing that for the longest. The Bills have not been having a great rushing game. So I would probably go back and I'd have to pull stats to the 2021. Like if we go back into 2022, like they weren't really great with the rush game. Nobody feared the rush game when it came to the Buffalo Bills. That's why there was so much turnovers that was going through Josh Allen because he was putting so much responsibility on his hands, and that's why he had 13 fumbles last year. Like now this year, accustomed to last year so far, up to the part since they have James Cook in the backfield. Josh Allen has only fumbled the ball 4 times. So having that elite rusher in the backfield now, like he actually has somebody, a solidified running back that's taking the pressure off of Josh Allen. So it's a little bit different from last year in turnover differential, if you look at the stats of it. Now, this year for Josh Allen, what I need to do see better from him because and on the interception point of it, if we talk about the interceptional side, like he's getting it seems like he gets dialed back into that overwhelming stage, like he's trying to go back to taking care of the team as though he doesn't have these weapons. I don't know if it's play calling, but like it could obviously be offensive play calling. I don't know what the coordinator has going on, and it's putting Josh Allen in a debatable looking situation.
Well, bro, he got fired.
As he should have.
I don't know. I don't know if it was his fault either. But
I don't know if it was his fault either.
I'm gonna be honest.
Look at it.
It was play calling. Let me tell you why. It has to be because, bro, when I watched the Bills play, I was like, why would you run a play action right now? Like,
why?
Like I just be trying to figure it out. Like, bro, like I get it. It's 3rd and inches, right? You want to run the play action. They're sending everybody. So by the time he roll out, somebody's back there. Like I be trying to figure it out. Like we're in the NFL. Like it can work if we was running the PA out of a spread, but to line up an eye and run the come on now we know what's going on.
Right.
I mean go ahead, bro.
And there's no shade, there's no slide at Devin Singletary. Because Devin Singletary, it's like a lot of these, I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it was the fact of the draft or the trades or what everybody's been doing lately. But all the running backs that look like they weren't having production have been traded to different teams or look astronomical. Devin Singletary looked way better on the Houston Texans than he does when he was on the Buffalo Bills right now.
Well, that's like that's scheme though. That's where like
but he looked better.
Yeah. But
David Montgomery looked way better over there than he does. Am I wrong?
I feel like he's around. I don't know. He might be.
He run.
No. Hold on. Chicago got a terrible offensive line.
Okay. Yeah.
So like that's part of it. Like, look, it's certain like I mean. No, but I already thought Devin Singletary was a good running back. I think running backs be catching the short end of the stick sometimes because they go to when they're on teams that don't allow them to like cause see the way the league treat running backs like the ugly stepchild, right? It's like you're gonna like you can have a zone running back and be like, well, we're gonna run the power I. But you be like, but he's a zone running back. You be like, I don't care, we're gonna run the power I. And so now that running back is gonna be less productive because that's not his style of running, right? You've been running a zone read your whole life, and now they be like, let's run the power I. Like, bro, I'm only 195.
Yeah, so you asking me to hit the one. You asking me to hit the one, and I ain't hitting the one. I'm trying
to hit the backside three. Like, I'm trying to hit the one.
How much better is David Montgomery playing on the Detroit Lions than he was playing on the Chicago Bears? How much better?
It's a better team too, though. Bro,
yeah. And that's a better offensive line too. That's a better. That's a way better offensive line.
I think it's a collective. Like, right? I think I understand your point because it's a good point, but I think it's a collective. I think it's like. I feel like a lot of like we can say the same thing with Joshua Dobbs. Like we just been talking about like he was cool. And the team is utilizing his skill set the way he's supposed to be used. So now he's using his legs and stuff that he could always do. He was just in a situation with one of the coaches that wouldn't let him do it.
I agree with that, man.
Well, let me say this because I gotta go back and say this because I gotta apologize. I ain't gonna say the play action, and I know I'm going back, is not a bad option for 3rd and inches. I'm not gonna say it is, but if you're being greedy and it don't work, just take the bro. That's why the Eagles win because they don't try to take a lot. Like they take what they can get. It's 30 inches. Yeah, we gonna do this little formation that we always do in quarterback thing, and then we gonna reset.
Push.
First down. Like we just
push.
Yeah, like Now
Push.
you can catch a team slipping like that if you want to go down the field with it for real, you can. But it's just like, why though? Like, just bro, that's just me. I believe in methodically moving the ball down the field. I feel like if I got the ball in my possession, majority of the game, we're gonna win the game.
I mean, in the
Football
Eagles,
101.
and the Eagles offensive line, the Eagles offensive line turned to E Honda when they get to the 31 and 4 for one. You over for you now.
Bro, they literally take what you give them. They do.
So the
Now,
last thing we talk about today, y'all, man. The last thing we talk about today. So what we gonna say about these tackles against Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews?
Okay, look. So this where I get tagged in the game at, right? This is small section. Let's call it Ricky's rants, bro. I heard them say on ESPN that the tackle that Logan Wilson did on Mark Andrews. So he tackled Lamar Jackson that way. Lamar Jackson grabbed his ankle. All right, cool. Then he did the tackle again. Obviously, Mark Andrews actually hurt his ankle, right? Okay,
right.
cool. This is the problem. All right, so now I'm hearing like Bart Scott on TV talking about, well, that tackle should be illegal because it looks similar to the horse collar tackle that had broke T.O. leg before. I'm like, hold on. So a horse collar is a horse collar. That's one thing, but it's a totally we got to act like we took some kind of science class in high school, middle school. At some point, you learn about inertia. You learn about momentum. So the tight end is 260 pounds. He's running to the end zone. I'm running at an angle behind him to tackle him. They're saying, well, why don't you just wrap up and run through? Well, because he's running away from me. So if I try to run through, I'm pushing him forward to the end zone. The natural thing to do
Are you
is
talking about physics? You talking about physics, right? You talking about physics, right?
Yeah, physics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So now if like, bro, I'm gonna put it simply like this: when a person, like, if somebody trying to kidnap you, right, and you don't see it coming, so they grab you, they trying to kidnap you, they trying to take you this way. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Go the opposite way.
You gonna let your weight drop so they can't pull you because you're heavier with your weight drop. So how you not gonna, if a man try to kidnap you, you're not gonna try to run in the direction he running.
Right.
No, you gonna make it hard for him to, you're gonna make it hard for him to carry you.
Hey, now, you ready?
Hey, yeah, come on, boy.
We about to miss the boss, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you gotta make that look too. Come on. Mm-hmm.
And then they have a dog chasing you.
Man, but no, I just have to say that real fast because I want y'all to take, but that it's almost getting to the point where we gotta start like putting like a sign on the TV that say caution, this is actually football, so people may get hurt when you play the game or something. Like, we gotta say something because they don't make, like, if you make, bro, the helmet is already illegal, and you can't do nothing about that because when you would tackle somebody, your head is connected to your shoulder, and then that person gonna ball up. Y'all gonna hit heads 90% of the game, right? And then now you can't sack the quarterback because sometimes when you just sack him, normally that's roughing the passer.
Yep.
Now you can't tackle somebody from behind. So what can you do? Just stand in front of them?
Chop him with the helmet.
That's probably a penalty too.
Sorry, it probably would be. Shoot, I'll be out there whooping that thing like a. It's like, get your. That's all you can do at this point. That's what the game of football is aiming at now, man. And we understand about protecting people, man, but like, it's a dangerous sport within itself. I mean, parental supervision, or like advised or something. I don't know what you want to.
I watched the replays, especially the Lamar Jackson replay. I watched it a lot of time, bro. There was no, when they try to say something about the ankle, bro, there was not enough twists to be like, all right, that is what it is. It was not, bro. The man momentum, when he grabbed him and he was going that way, the man momentum was already falling that way. He was just completing the tackle. That's all it was. The man didn't go at he
Right.
tackled the man. Like, come on now. Like, let's.
And that's his body weight too falling down. Like how much like contortion do you think he can move falling downward? Like these are 200 semi-yard, 300-pound people, bro. Like how much contortion do you think you can do in a downward motion on its own? Like,
and I think that's why Crosby don't give a flying anything about tackling people. Because look, you either gonna call the penalty or you not, bro. Because I'm gonna hit you.
I mean, at this point, bro, you might as well, because now, like, especially for a safety, I just feel sorry for safeties, because every tackle you're gonna get is gonna be helmet to helmet, or you're gonna be dragging somebody down. Because the last thing you want to do on national television is get run over. That ain't happening. It ain't. Y'all remember when that what happened 2 years ago when that tight end from the Steelers had run buddy over?
Bro, that was a trade, bro.
That joke was sad, bro.
to this day, Josh Allen's still on the highlight reel getting thrown by Derrick Henry. To this day, you think I'm trying to be on that highlight?
No, Josh Norman, Josh Norman.
I'm getting thrown on the dude. Listen,
I ain't going for it.
You think I'm about to be on that highlight reel for the next 5 years if you want to?
I had to get ran
over. Bengals coming with me, boy. But with that being said, man, I think we had a pretty good day today, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in with us, man. This has been Going for the Gusto podcast. It's been your boy, the one, the only, way too cool, hosting today with your boy, Boom Bam Bunaski, Bartholomew. I'm glad you guys came through. And if you have any anything that you want to recommend for us to talk about in the future, any topics, put it down in the comment box below. Please, man. Like, comment, subscribe. It's Going for the Gusto, and we are out.